Operation Paperclip was a secret United States intelligence program that brought over 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians to America after World War II, many of whom were former members of the Nazi Party and SS. The operation's primary goal was to gain a military advantage over the Soviet Union in the Cold War by acquiring German scientific knowledge and expertise. Many of the scientists recruited through Operation Paperclip played crucial roles in the development of NASA's space program and the U.S. ballistic missile project. Declassified documents reveal that the U.S. government actively worked to conceal the scientists' Nazi ties and war crimes, often creating false employment and political biographies. Some of the recruited scientists had been involved in human experimentation in concentration camps, raising ethical questions about the operation's moral implications. Proponents argue that Operation Paperclip significantly advanced U.S. technology and scientific progress, contributing to achievements like the Apollo moon landings. Critics suggest that the operation allowed war criminals to escape justice and potentially influenced American scientific institutions with Nazi ideologies and methodologies. The success of Operation Paperclip has led some to speculate about the extent of similar programs and the potential long-term effects on U.S. government policies and scientific ethics. Orbs refer to mysterious, usually translucent spheres that appear in photographs and videos, often interpreted as evidence of spiritual or paranormal activity. These circular anomalies are typically not visible to the naked eye, but manifest in images, leading some to believe they represent energy forms or entities from other dimensions. Proponents of orb theory argue that these spheres are conscious beings, citing instances where orbs appear to move with purpose or respond to human thoughts and emotions. Some paranormal investigators claim to have captured orbs in locations known for ghostly activity, strengthening the belief that they are connected to the spirit world. Certain researchers have attempted to classify orbs based on color, suggesting that different hues represent various types of entities or energy signatures. Skeptics argue that orbs are simply dust particles, water droplets, or lens flares, but believers point to the specific patterns and behaviors exhibited by some orbs as evidence against these explanations. Some spiritualists and mediums claim the ability to communicate with orbs, reporting messages and insights allegedly received from these luminous spheres. The prevalence of orb sightings has increased with the rise of digital photography, leading to debates about whether technology is revealing previously unseen phenomena or creating new visual artifacts. Organ decalcification refers to a controversial theory suggesting that excess calcium in the body can lead to the hardening of organs and tissues, causing various health issues. Proponents argue that modern diets and environmental factors contribute to calcium overload, which they believe is responsible for conditions like arthritis, kidney stones, and arterial plaque. The theory proposes that certain foods, herbs, and supplements can help remove excess calcium from organs and soft tissues, restoring health and flexibility. Advocates point to the visible calcification in medical imaging of arteries and joints as evidence of widespread calcium misplacement in the body. Some practitioners claim success in treating patients with chronic pain, stiffness, and cardiovascular issues through decalcification protocols. Proponents often cite the work of alternative health researchers who have documented cases of apparent tissue softening and improved organ function after decalcification treatments. The theory challenges conventional medical understanding of calcium's role in the body, suggesting that not all calcification is a natural or benign process. Critics argue that the concept oversimplifies complex biological processes, while supporters maintain that it offers a new perspective on treating degenerative diseases. Organic black helicopters refers to a theory that certain unidentified aerial vehicles are not mechanical constructs, but living, biological entities disguised as helicopters. Proponents of this idea claim these beings are capable of shape-shifting and mimicking the appearance and sound of conventional aircraft to avoid detection. Witnesses report seeing these helicopters perform maneuvers that defy known laws of physics, such as impossible turns, sudden disappearances, or merging with solid objects. Some believers suggest these organic entities are extraterrestrial in origin, sent to Earth as advanced surveillance drones or scouts. Unusual electromagnetic interference and unexplained animal behavior in the presence of these craft are cited as evidence of their biological nature. Theorists point to the lack of visible rotors or inconsistent rotor movements as signs that these are not standard helicopters but organic imitations. Reports of black helicopters emerging from or disappearing into bodies of water without apparent damage support the notion of their adaptable, living structure. Some researchers claim to have found traces of unidentified organic material at locations where these craft allegedly landed or made contact with the ground. Original Earth theory proposes that our current planet is not the original celestial body humans first inhabited, but rather a replica or replacement. Proponents argue that a cataclysmic event or deliberate intervention led to humanity's transfer to this copy of Earth, with our memories and history altered to maintain the illusion of continuity. Believers point to unexplained geological anomalies, sudden changes in the Schumann resonance, and perceived shifts in celestial positioning as evidence of this planetary switch. Some adherents claim that certain individuals retain fragmentary memories or sensations of the original Earth, manifesting as déjà vu or inexplicable nostalgia for unfamiliar places. The theory suggests that subtle differences between the original and current Earth explain various paranormal phenomena and the Mandela effect. Proponents argue that ancient myths of world destruction and rebirth across cultures are actually records of the transition between Earths. Some versions of the theory propose that the switch to the current Earth was orchestrated by advanced extraterrestrial civilizations or higher dimensional beings. Believers often cite personal experiences of feeling out of place, or that the world seems not quite right, as intuitive evidence supporting the original Earth concept. Ormus, an acronym for orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements, refers to a hypothetical state of matter with extraordinary properties, first proposed by David Hudson in the 1970s. Proponents claim that certain elements, particularly precious metals, can exist in a monatomic state where their electrons are arranged in stable orbitals, resulting in unique characteristics. These monoatomic elements are said to exhibit superconductivity at room temperature, levitation in magnetic fields, and the ability to pass through solid materials. Believers suggest that Ormus has connections to ancient alchemical pursuits, potentially being the fabled philosopher's stone, or the biblical manna. Some researchers claim that Ormus elements can be extracted from seawater, volcanic soils, and certain plants using specific chemical processes. Advocates propose that consuming Ormus can have profound effects on human health, consciousness, and spiritual development. Proponents point to unusual physical phenomena observed during the production of Ormus, such as weight fluctuations and energy emissions, as evidence of its unique properties. Critics argue that the claims surrounding Ormus contradict established physics, while supporters maintain that it represents a new frontier in material science and quantum mechanics. Ötzi the Iceman's cannabis connection refers to the discovery of cannabis traces on the mummified remains of a 5,000-year-old man found in the Italian Alps. Researchers identified cannabis fibers on Ötzi's belongings and detected THC, the psychoactive compound in cannabis, in his hair follicles. This finding suggests that cannabis use was prevalent in Copper Age Europe, challenging previous assumptions about the plant's history in the region. Some scientists propose that Ötzi may have used cannabis for medicinal purposes, as he suffered from several health conditions including arthritis and intestinal parasites. The presence of cannabis fibers on Ötzi's equipment indicates the plant may have been used for practical purposes such as making rope or clothing. This discovery has led to speculation about the ritual or spiritual use of cannabis in ancient European cultures. The Ötzi cannabis connection provides evidence for the long-standing relationship between humans and the cannabis plant, dating back at least 5,000 years. This finding has implications for our understanding of early human migration patterns and the spread of cannabis use across prehistoric Europe. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. The left link takes you to more clips like this. The right link takes you to the full episodes these are from. Thanks for watching.